Most people throughout the last year have been defaulting to the popular communication software Zoom for their podcast recordings. In this video, we're going to compare Zoom to Riverside.fm and explain why our podcast-specific features will make your podcast higher quality, easier to produce, and more reliable. Having podcast-specific features for your podcast recording makes a difference between a high-quality, seamless experience for you and your guests and a low-quality, frustrating one. We're going to break this video down into 3 sections and look into how Zoom and Riverside perform in each category. First, the quality of the files. Second, the reliability. And finally, the ease of use. Oh, and bonus points for extra podcasting functionality. Riverside.fm is unique among remote podcast recording software because it records in 4K and focuses everything on quality, which is why all the audio and video is recorded locally, so you don't need to worry about your internet connection. Local recording is when we take the audio and video file and record it directly to your computer and then upload it throughout your recording. This means you get the full quality that your microphone has and not a compressed internet sound. The quality of the processed files from Riverside are exceptionally high because they come directly from the source. Here's an example of how the high quality Riverside files sound and look.
Abel, before every podcast I tell people to just have a chat, have a bit of a pre-talk to get the podcast guest more comfortable, and also start recording as soon as you get in the call. Let's compare that to the Zoom quality.
Yeah, absolutely. Like once the camera is on, or at least once the recording button is on, it can change something for sure.
The reason that Zoom sounds and looks so poor is because it's not specifically made for recording. It's made to create a simple call that works with average Joe setups, so they have a lot of processing to cater for this. For example, it has echo cancellation on by default because most people don't wear headphones, giving you that tinny sound. Then you have only the quality that can be streamed over the internet, which is capped to a low point to cater for all internet speeds. It also only exports a 720p resolution MP4 video file or an MP3 audio file, rather than Riverside's 4K video file and high fidelity WAV format. Zoom is made for ease of use, not quality of files, but we'll get into that in the last section. I'd suggest that the files aren't high enough quality to be used as a podcast recording. On to our second category, reliability. How can you rely on each of these platforms to get you your podcast recording safely? When recording a podcast, you can have lots of internet-related problems such as laggy connections, complete drop-offs, and computer crashes. Riverside mitigates all of these problems by progressively uploading each file as you record. You can even see how much of the recording of you and your guest has uploaded at any time. I love this feature. The quality of the recording has nothing to do with your internet connection, as it's just the recording directly from the source, such as your microphone and your camera. If your internet completely cuts out or you have to refresh your browser, Riverside has you covered. You can just rejoin the session once the problem has been fixed and it will resume your recording, keeping it completely in sync. Zoom was built to be reliable for people to use on video calls, so it will generally be stable throughout your recording if your internet speed is slightly varied. However, nothing can be done to salvage your recording if your internet completely drops out. I had a quite unstable connection when I moved back to my parents' house when COVID started, so I was always quite nervous when I used Zoom. Once my connection dropped out, there was no way of me getting that recording back. Gone forever. As the Zoom recording exports after the call, and if you're the host, there is no way to open Zoom back up and resume where you left off. As a podcast recording tool, I need to rely on it to capture my recordings. With Zoom, I can't quite do this every time. Our final category is ease of use. How easy are both of these platforms for easily producing a podcast? Riverside have put a lot of time and resource into making the experience for podcasts as good as it can be. This now means that using the platform for producing podcasts is super easy. The design of the studio is fantastic, giving me control over my video quality settings. I can see the mic that both myself and my guest are using, and the progress of the upload throughout the recording for my peace of mind. The experience for the guest is great too. They don't have to download another piece of software like they do with Zoom. They just need to join the link in Chrome, by either using the automated email or clicking the link. As soon as they're in, the host can check all the settings are working well and you can start recording. Zoom do put emphasis on ease of use because they have such a large amount of people using the platform. The trouble is, it was made to be easy for people doing video calls, not recording podcasts. The interface is familiar to most now, but still feels a little bit clunky to me. Now, we all know our way around it. Getting people into your Zoom call shouldn't be a problem. However, if you're brand new to Zoom, getting started might be a complete pain. You might need to be sent a link, you then need to download something to join, then you need to be accepted or dig out the password to join. It is a little bit of a nightmare. Time for a bonus round. Currently, I have the scores at 3-0 to Riverside, but can Zoom claw back the title with some bonus features? Let's go. For the price, Zoom is free for up to 40 minutes for 2 people. Riverside starts at $7.50. Zoom wins this one. You need software to run Zoom, you don't for Riverside. Riverside takes this one. Both offer live stream capabilities, but Riverside can stream on its own platform with live call-ins. Both offer screen sharing, but Zoom is literally built for this. Podcast-specific features. So for Zoom, no, I can't think of any. For Riverside, we have producer mode that doesn't record you, separate audio and video tracks, lossless video and audio quality, and a bunch more features coming for podcasters. I have the final scores at 8-2. I'd 8 to be Zoom right now. In all seriousness, there are some truly fantastic options for podcasters out there now. Zoom is a great place to get started to see if you like remote podcasting. However, I do believe that Riverside.fm is the best platform out there as it was literally built for podcasters. It will help you shift your recording over to remote without sacrificing audio quality, and also let you take advantage of the growing demand for video. We want to hear from you. Leave a comment below if you've recorded a podcast with Zoom or Riverside. What did you like? What did you not like? Let us know in the comments below. We're going to be producing a bunch more videos on this YouTube channel about podcasting, video interviews, and more. So if you want to learn more about starting and growing a podcast, make sure you subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss an episode. Thanks for watching.